Hello everyone and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I will be talking about the Assassin's Creed 2022 showcase, which took place in the livestream of Ubisoft Forward, which is a big livestream Ubisoft makes, where they announce all the new games they're bringing out, and a big part of it in the end is all about Assassin's Creed. And let me tell you, in my eyes, the future for Assassin's Creed is looking bright. It all starts out with just this kind of trailer thingy of the 15-year existence of Assassin's Creed, but this trailer has been out for a while, so you could have seen it already. Now, one thing new about the 15-year anniversary, there is a documentary out about it, which is called Beyond the Creed, and you can just find it on the Ubisoft YouTube channel. But then we get to our first big news, and it's the Assassin's Creed Mirage reveal trailer. So basically, they announced Assassin's Creed Mirage in the showcase, which as main character has Basim, which if you have played Assassin's Creed Valhalla, you will know is a part in that. One of the hidden ones, and he's actually a hidden one, because in Valhalla you don't really play as an assassin. And now we're getting our first Assassin's Creed game where you're actually a hidden one in a long time. There are also a lot of elements in this game which you can see in the older Assassin's Creed games, like the assassinations, the stealing, everything. And basically it takes place in the capital of now, Iraq, which is a great setting for this game. As you can see in the trailer, I am really hyped for this game. And as you can see, they're also training in the Fortress of Al-Mut, which is a big Assassin's Creed Hidden Ones capital, where all the Hidden Ones hide out, which we never actually have seen before, to my knowledge, in games, where he actually gets made into a real Hidden One. Another fun fact about this is that with the new Hidden One logo we're getting for this game, if you actually decipher this, translate it, and spread it out, this logo actually says Hidden Ones in it in Arabic, so that's cool, right? And here, during one of his assassinations, he's going to this kind of ghost-like world, which this alternate state, and this could also mean a lot of things, which I'm really excited for. This game is announced to come out somewhere around late 2023, so we are going to have to wait at least a year, but it looks really promising, and the first real Assassin's Creed game we've gotten in a long time. Now, next up is this Assassin's Creed Valhalla DLC, which will drop much sooner, which is called Assassin's Creed Valhalla The Last Chapter, which is the last chapter of this game. Basically, some loose ends and story parts which weren't really finished or weren't really gotten into too much. Some plot holes, all really explained in this DLC with some new content and etc. Basically fixing up the game to be one whole. It's free to play. If you have the game, it will just be a download, and I think this will be quite fun actually. Next up we have the Assassin's Creed Codename Red trailer, which takes place in 215 BCE. Unfortunately, it isn't a computer game or console, it's a mobile game, which what I don't think makes a lot of sense is the time period where this takes place in. 215 BCE in ancient China. To my knowledge, back then there weren't any hidden ones, and yet, as you can see, it's literally just a hidden one, which, as I previously stated, doesn't really make a lot of sense, because to my knowledge there weren't any hidden ones in that period. So this is something to look forward to, I guess. Hopefully they aren't going to ruin this, but this looks promising. So this next game is called Codename Red, and this basically takes place in rural Japan, which in ancient Japan. This game is something which they are working on. It isn't going to come out anytime soon. and this is probably a game that we can expect again to be a little bit less of an Assassin's Creed game with hidden ones and etc. I still think this will be a real Assassin's Creed game because all the possibilities which you could probably do to this character are the real as you could do with the hidden ones, so that's something to really look after for. And then next off we have an even more hidden thing which will probably come out even later, which is Assassin's Creed Codename Red trailer. Don't even really get to know which setting is in. This is all some kind of forest, I guess. This is probably way farther in the future than Codename Red, which they both will probably gain a name, right? Then at last there is some news about Infinity, which basically it won't be a game, it will be some kind of hub where you can switch into all different kind of games. Here in the showcase you can only see it being used for now known as Codename Red and Codename Hexe. It's only seemed to be used for these two, but I think this will be a hub where you can play all the games. So if I, for example, wanted to select Assassin's Creed 3, I could press it. Of course, it isn't just like you buy one hub, you have all the games. It's just a hub where the games are in. If you have the game already, fine, you can just click to play it. If you don't have the game, you will have to click on it and then you will have to buy it. But for now it looks like it's only these two games, but I think that we will be able to play the other games in the hub. So another thing which is confirmed we are going to be able to do with the Infinity Hub is there is going to be some kind of multiplayer experience here. If it's going to be something like GTA Online, where you have this maybe the same map, maybe a separate map, just that you can go into other people's game and maybe play with two. We don't know how this is going to go, but there is going to be some multiplayer experience which you can access via the Infinity Hub. Now if we go take a look to the timeline of everything which is going to come out for Assassin's Creed, which was announced here, in 2022 we are going to get the Assassin's Creed Valhalla Last Chapter. It's going to come out somewhere probably end this year. In 2023 we are going to get the Assassin's Creed Mirage game, which I'm really looking forward to because a lot of the original things it also has. And then on the horizon, which are things which are going to come out later, are Codename Red. Then you have Codename Hexe, which these two are going to be available in the Infinity Hub. And then you have the mobile game, which is called Codename Jade. And then, surprise surprise, you have the Assassin's Creed Netflix partnership. So this is the last thing they announced. Basically, they are going to partner up with Netflix, which I personally don't think is going to be a good idea, because they are going to make a Netflix adaptation of a Assassin's Creed story, which we don't know what it will be yet, or if it will be completely new. You know, Netflix adaptations, the most of the times, are really absolutely worthless pieces of trash. But they did say they are going to work with the people behind Montreal Studios, which they make a lot of the Assassin's Creed games. So I hope it's with inside of the makers of the games, and not just some random ass bullshit director on this, which I just hope it will be good. And Netflix is also going to bring out a few Assassin's Creed games, because if you didn't know, Netflix has this kind of game library, which if you have the Netflix subscription you can play all these shitty mobile games kind of things, which like you have this Squid Games game and you have this Stranger Things game. All their popular series get like these mobile games which you can play, and they aren't really that special. But if you want a full Assassin's Creed experience when this comes out, you do also have to play the mobile games, which they probably aren't going to be that good. So that was all for this video. I hope I summarized the 30 minutes in something which was a little bit less long, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.